main event. This is the main event. It gets no better than this. I mean, like I said, we've covered Labcity, we've covered Cuts on the Bus, we've talked to Lab TV, we've talked to Labcity Talk. We are lab rats. All of us. We're all lab rats. But this is my favorite part of all, aside from the athletics, the networking, philanthropy. We don't get enough of this in my book. I'm all about elevation, helping. One hand washes the other. Love is love. You know, all of those things. Oh my gosh. That baby wants to play basketball. He wants to play basketball. But this gentleman right here is someone who I've never met in person until like 30 minutes ago. But they have such a pure heart. Like I told Coach Cherry earlier, and we're going, like I said, we're going to introduce him in a second. I got to build up to it. He's very compassionate to want to do something of this nature. Again, it's cold outside. As I spoke before, we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's winter. It's a new year. And we need things like this to start us off so we can keep progressing. And so, Mr. Coach Cherry, I mean, I don't even look. Do you want to introduce yourself? Because I mean, I thought I could, but I'm not even ready. I can't even do this because my heart is so full. Just being beside such a strong individual like yourself. So would you just say hey to everybody, introduce yourself, let them know.
I appreciate that. How everybody doing? We look here.
We look wherever we want to look. Like I told you, this is our show. There we go. Yeah, we look here. We want to look there. You can look wherever you want.
Okay. No, I'm Coach Cherry. Born and raised in Charlotte.
Woo, woo, woo.
Born and raised in Charlotte. So to give back to Charlotte, means a lot because it's my hometown. And so always looking for ways to give back. I'm a school teacher. I teach high school at Mallard Creek. So love giving back to the youth, to the adults, wherever we can give back because we're so blessed to be in the position that we're in. And we have to make sure that we don't forget about those who may be less fortunate. And especially during a time like this, anytime, but especially when the weather is so brutal right now.
Right.
And they're even calling for snow and things like that. And the temperatures are so low. So whatever we can do to help out, I think it's our part to do that as far as giving back and helping other people.
I agree. I'm a native of Charlotte as well. And as we spoke briefly on the bus before you did one of your wonderful performances, this is very important to me very much because I'm from the west side of Charlotte, and I've seen a lot of people be very west side, yay! But yeah, shout out to Coach Cherry's wife from the west side. but on a serious note, I've seen it. I've seen people, 20 degrees outside, no coat.
Yeah, absolutely.
No shoes.
Absolutely.
Pushing babies with no blankets, things that I would never imagine I would see, but money is beyond tight. Money is not even there. Money isn't, it's not even depleted because it's non-existent, type of things. Absolutely. And I know a lot of people, they think that, if you're donating money, you're supporting a cause. Why not just donate whatever you can to support the cause? Why do we have to make it so direct? And so, like I said, I like this event because, it's coats, but we also, if they need socks, if they need pants, if they need jackets, if they need a shirt, if they need, some shoes, we're going to make it happen. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that. Like I said, we've seen it before so many times. And unfortunately, it's not that it's in every culture, but it's more common in ours than not. And we have to start doing things to break the cycle. And little events like this, large events like this, donations like what we've just received. Shout out to Alicia Stevenson from the She Can Foundation. She's made a whopping donation you didn't know?
No.
Oh, well, I can't wait for you to go see it. It's a whopping donation. Oh, yes. I
saw the boxes coming in.
Yeah. Okay. That's all her. And that's all for you. Yeah, that's all. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That is big.
Yeah. And it's things like this that, your name is in rooms you have never even stepped in. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's special to know you getting donations like that, and to know that people, like you say, that you may not be aware of, are hearing about, things like this and they want to be a part of it and contribute.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great cause.
Right.
Yes.
So, how did this come to the start? Like, how did this bloom? I mean, how did we get here? How are we talking, Coach Sherry?
Well, I've been coaching. I was the head coach at Charlotte Country Day for 10 years.
Okay.
And that's where I met Andre.
Okay.
Mr. Coach Speech. He coaches at Charlotte Catholic. And so that's one of our biggest rivalries. And so we play every year. And so that's how we got connected. He also trained some kids at Country Day. So he and I already had a relationship prior to this. And so once the music thing really got going for me, that's a passion of mine, something I've been doing for years. I'm finally kind of going after it full throttle now. We just kind of talked and collaborated on maybe me coming out here and doing a performance, but then making it more than just a performance, like putting a great cause behind it.
Right.
And so he came up with an idea about, hey, let's do something for the community. And with the weather being what it is,
Right.
We thought of, oh wow, let's raise some clothing, coats, sweaters, scarves, socks, whatever it may be, that we can give to those who are less fortunate during this time, to the Roof Above Homeless Shelter.
Right.
And so all the donations that we receive here will go to the Roof Above Homeless Shelter to help those out who don't have. So, it came based on a relationship that he and I have had for years, and then a great facility that he has here that's already giving back to the community in other ways.
Right.
And so this is just another great way that it's giving back. So I'm fortunate to have that relationship with him and us being able to partner together and do something like this.
Absolutely. It's such an honor, like I said, to just be in a space where we're not only comfortable, we see people that look like us, excelling, exceeding, going above and beyond, because again, this is more than a gym.
Yep.
This is more than an event center. This is the future. I told Coach Speech that, the last time we had a conversation on the Black Vibrations podcast that, this is it. This is our year, this is our time, it's well overdue.
Yep.
And we're coming for every crumb of it, We're not leaving anything behind. So let's get into this rap.
Uh-oh.
So I was on Instagram and I was like, Coach Cherry, I know he ain't rapping. And then he had a little flow and I was like, I found myself like kind of, I was like, oh, this gentleman has flow.
Goodness.
And so, I would be remiss if I did not, again, put my beautiful partner on the platform. Labcity Taj, winning league champion, 4th through 6th grade.
Okay.
I would be remiss if I did not talk about my great partner. Shout out to the Timberwolves again.
Again.
He's also a creator, super producer, rapper / artist.
Yes.
So this.
There it is.
You actually did something that I said that I would like to do too, and that's just perform, on the bus, and just be in this space and just take it all in. It's a beautiful thing, Like as you say, Dre kind of before this, and like how I met Dre, I know it's like just been a great relationship from the day we met. And I've always supported the vision that he had, and it's just cool to see just where we're at now and how everything's coming together. And I feel like I'm learning every day. Just the coaching it feels great to say I'm a champion now. Yeah, it's cool. I definitely would like to get back into the music. So collab whenever you down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Always looking to work with people, and especially like local people. I think we don't do that enough. Issa Rae was talking about that on one interview. She was like, instead of always trying to work up, like try to do lateral connections. People that are trying to do the same thing that you're trying to do.
Right.
Because that's an easier connection to make, and then you benefit from each other.
Build each other up.
Exactly. So I'm always open to something like that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, people tend to try to isolate their network, and instead you should combine.
Yep.
That's where the growth really comes. How do you grow when you're isolating? That doesn't make any sense. That's actually hustling backwards. So just hearing things like this, just again, they puts a smile on my face. It gets me, good sleep at night. Just knowing that the small things, like somebody gonna be able to have a coat tonight, or knowing that somebody was inspired by a performance, from an African American school teacher who really wants to see the growth and the development of our youth. Because again, you know, the late great Whitney Houston, I believe the children are the future.
Yep.
Like, and that's the truth.
Yeah,
like
true.
it's so true. And we have to remember these things. We have to embrace it. It starts at home. It starts in our community, and it starts at Labcity.
Yeah. Yeah.
It starts at Labcity. So Coach Cherry, I mean, is there anything else in particular you want to tell me about? Are there any people you want to thank? Who do you want to shout out? Besides your beautiful wife from the West Side. Whoop, whoop.
That's what I was about to say. Like, that's got to be my first shout out.
That's right.
But no, my wife, though, seriously though, like, she really helps me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, she comes up with a lot of creative ideas, things that I may not think of. I don't know if I should say this publicly, but she'll pick my clothes out for me sometimes.
You know what? Coach Cherry's wife sound like me. Ow! Look at those West Side ladies.
I was about to say,
Like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. And she'd be like, she'd start going through the closet, grabbing stuff, and it's like, okay, I guess I wear that.
that's the fit. That's the fit for the day.
You know what I mean? So, but nah, she's been a big help, and she's just been a blessing. You know, the Bible says when you find a wife, you obtain favor from the Lord, and so I definitely have received that. So definitely shout out to her. Shout out to my 2 boys. They're around here somewhere. My parents, just, you know, my family and friends. They've been very supportive. Got 2 of my former students from country day that are here, Lance and Ashley.
Okay.
Over there. So yeah, definitely shout out to them for coming out. But we're just gonna try to keep it moving, keep making the music, trying to increase the platform and the exposure, reaching a bigger audience, and always trying to give back, keeping that goal in mind.
Right. When you give back, you receive back. I truly believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Well, Coach Cherry, thank you again so much for just humbly joining me again. Like I said, when I heard this was happening, I said I couldn't help myself. I had to partake. I had to have my team here. I had to find ways to make sure that not only are we giving back, but this is like our first charity event as a podcast. And like I said, we were honored to just be a part. So thank you for even, you know, taking part with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Cherry, where can everybody find your handles? Tell everybody about you. Where
I
can
am
they find
on Instagram at Coach Cherry 93. Coach Cherry 93 on Instagram. Coach Cherry 93 on Twitter. Coach Cherry on Facebook. It's the same handle for all the platforms. Coach Cherry 93 on. I just got on TikTok.
you? Me too.
I just got on
Let me
TikTok.
find out. Find Coach on his TikTok.
Coach Cherry 93 on TikTok. So on all the platforms, Coach Cherry 93. That's where you can find me.
All right, y'all. We'll be back.
We back. We back. Yes, sir. Last seat in the building. We back. We gonna keep it going. Coach Cherry. Cause it's what I call 50 keep the time for. Don't know how you move every time around so. The fuck got to get drafted. First round, one song, one done. Get about the time for. Coach in the league of a mixtape. That's how you do it, right? All the release dates. States wanna see me back in there arena cause I win like so every time. I help you great. Try to shut down the venue. Nothing but classics so we get my menu. Since you wanna put me into it. Smoke like cigars and ball and I do it. A lot of drips on the whole style to it. What time is it? What's time when I do it? They doing on my line when I do it. It's East Coast out of speech when I do it. Cause you know, coach got to get set. I track video, coach got to make weather and celebrate times and lines from the other noise. Any playlist without coach, another void. Avoid any more distractions. Just do numbers as I spit more balls in a fraction. Lights in my action. Say they want to hear so I spit it closed caption. The fact is, every verse got a climax. Start to finish for me, that's where I'm at. Ladder of success, show me where the climb at. Just getting started, show me where I'm from at. Rewind that, which part don't matter. Any round coming from me controls data. I shatter any beat with a passion. Clean my plate like I just finished traction. You know what I'm saying? Coach Cherry, Labcity. Coach the Cold. We're giving back. Tell all the haters to get out your way. Anybody that's hating, get out your way. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way now. Get out the way, I don't want you in my way now. Listen, you either like me or you like me, yo. You either like me or you like me, yo. That's just my squad. They wanna hear my sound. I go through our part. Know everything is lit. I hear it in your car. The opposite of quick. And I'm right with God. Check it out. Courtesy of Cherry Bowles, my video only became a new mogul and a social influencer. She took one listen and smiled to her. The way to act when you hear is a tantrum. Culture is wasn't in the music, a new anthem. And some play in apartments, town, condos, even the mansions. As you mentioned, bigger than the NBA, NFL, EMEA mansions. Outside the box, I was top notch. One was nice, but the clock stops. Time out, past the present. Even in the future, I'm still irrelevant. The elements get different because it's my DNA. Credibility is just one play. Right, yeah. Coach, get out the way now. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way now. You either like me or you like me, yo.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey, you either like me or you like me.
We're going to close it out with this.
You like me or you like me?
Let's close it out the right way. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Coach Cherry. Coach Cherry. Flying high in the sky, defying gravity. Positive outlook, trying to avoid tragedy. A catastrophe. If I ain't picked to do a feature on your song, then the problem won't be there. You hear an issue in a good situation. Everybody saying they love it, there's integration. Coach Cherry's on point like a pencil. Swagged out, got more drip than a simple. Or pop symbols in June and July weather. With God on my side, it's only gonna get better. I write a letter every night, that's a prayer. I write one in the morning, I use it for healthcare. Give back to those that ain't done it yet. Hopefully they can make decisions with no punishment. Man, I got love for my people. Trying to show mistakes don't have to have a sequel. Keeping peaceful, our life is still a gift, that's why they call it the present. Next gift will be in heaven. All these bars is meant to empower. Speak the truth, keeping it team to the same power. Yeah. It's all about love, giving back. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that we continue to get back and bless up. Yeah. Yes, sir. My, what a feeling. No ceiling. Roof open while I'm healing. No feeling the feeling the coach gets you when I let you to shine the rap Shaquille O'Neal. Another big man. It's all rolled in one. I bring something different. I'm cold as the sun. Never when I'm trying to live with irrelevance. Wanna bring life when I speak, play it development. The biggest element for you is Christ suffering, hovering above. Now I can do all things. We're gonna let rain from the mountaintops. Anytime a beat drops, I make the speakers pop. I see you noticing my sneaker box. Keep my keys clean from low cuts to high tops. Walking on the path that I made for you. I'm ready for the moment like robbery. A victory should always be in your eyesight. All you gotta do is believe and get your mind right. A victory should always be in your eyesight. All you gotta do is believe it is your mind right. Yes. Appreciate everybody for coming out. Contributing to the cause. We love y'all. God bless. Coach Terry. Appreciate that.